Hi, Coach. Was this a trap game for you tonight?
No. It's not a trap game. I mean, if I'm reading you correctly, if I'm listening to the question, trap game means, you know you're going to fall, you're going to not have your best performance. Is that the question? Or
A difficult game to get up for playing a side you haven't faced from the East,
Okay.
an expansion team
Yeah.
after such an emotional high.
on the emotional side of the guys that I started tonight, I don't think it was a trap game for them. So that's how I would answer the question. I mean, the guys were excited to play, guys were getting an opportunity. So I thought there was a good energy in the group, the one training day that we did have. And, tonight before the game, I thought they were ready. So I wouldn't call it a trap game. So thanks for the clarification on the question.
Miles, over to you.
Any concern about the inability of being goal dangerous and getting that goal, recognizing this?
No. I mean, of course, we would have liked to score 1, 2, win the game, 3, okay? But sometimes games go like this. Certainly was challenging for the group, the squad, if you make multiple changes. It's hard. But, I had confidence that the guys could do well against this team. I thought there were some good build-up play, good build-up moments. Maybe that last piece of quality was missing in the final third. But, at the end of the day, I think, you give Miami credit. They defended well at the end. And, unfortunately, we just couldn't get the 1 or 2 goals that we needed.
Yeah, Jeremiah.
In a game like this, how much do you want your players to sort of stew in the result, and how much do you want them to sort of move on? And
They're pissed. They're pissed. I think it's great. Look, you've got a lot of players out there with a lot of pride. If you went down the roster tonight, Stephen Cleveland played many, many good games for us last year. He's disappointed he gave up a goal. He was very good in his interview here, very measured. Kellen's an experienced guy. AB played 13 games in 2021. He was waiting for his chance because Jackson kind of had passed him up, so he was amped up, ready for the game. He's dejected, although I thought he played well. Javi, fine. Madranda, fine. Danny and Josh in the middle of the field. I think those kids wanted to play. Again, Danny's interview, the questions, I thought he did well. Ovid's been a starter. That's the one I got to own. Did I start him in the right position? Could I have moved things around a little bit? I'll reflect on that. Freddie, he's done really well for us so far this year. Will's a competitor. You can go up and down the roster, and they're not happy.
Yeah, right here.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Congratulations for el pase a la final.
Thank you.
Dos preguntas. ¿Cuánto tuvo que ver, voy a repetir la pregunta que le hice a los jugadores, cuánto tuvo que ver el estrés del partido del miércoles, el estrés anímico y físico en el resultado de hoy? Y la segunda pregunta, Luis Díaz jugó los últimos 20 minutos por un tema de lesión o porque se le está guardando para los partidos de final de CONCACAF Champions.
Okay, number one, thanks for the congrats on the final pass during the week. And then I have 2 questions. Number one is how much influenced the stress on the stress level and the physical level, the game on Wednesday, to the performance on today. And then question number 2 is about Raúl Ruiz Díaz playing 20 minutes today. Was it because of injury or because of saving him for the game that is coming later?
So the game in New York was an emotional game and a physical game. And then we had a very long flight on the way back. We didn't arrive till 4 in the morning. And then, you don't have a lot of preparation time for this game. So the objective was to make sure that the risk of injury amongst the players that started, we lower the risk of that. You give the chance to, again, I laid out the team, give the chance to some experienced guys to show that they can lead some of the young guys, and then we make subs to try and win the game. That was the objective. Unfortunately, it didn't work as well as we had planned, but Raul's playing 20 minutes was just the fact that, he's a very valuable member to the team. Nico's a very valuable member. Albert, everybody. I mean, we had to make some tough decisions. But I was not going to risk anybody to injury from a long flight, from a hard emotional game, and still try and figure out a way how to win the game tonight.
El partido contra Nueva York fue realmente muy emocional y fue muy fuerte físicamente, por lo tanto era difícil recuperarse. Si le sumamos a eso el hecho de que el vuelo de regreso fue un vuelo muy largo y digamos muy tarde al día siguiente, más bien muy temprano en la mañana al día siguiente, fue muy poco tiempo para poder tener una óptima recuperación de los jugadores físicamente. Por lo tanto, tomé la decisión de hacer algunos reemplazos para proteger o para bajar el riesgo de lesiones, dado ese poco tiempo de recuperación que tuvieron los jugadores. Sin embargo, igual también queríamos darle una oportunidad a los jugadores que no habían tenido tanto tiempo o minutos en otros partidos, aprovechando y dándole más tiempo para recuperarse a los jugadores que jugaron en el partido contra Nueva York. Sin embargo, igual durante el segundo tiempo siempre tuvimos la mentalidad de tratar de ganar y por eso es que ponemos jugadores de alto valor como Raúl Ruiz Díaz, como Nico y otros que nos daban o nos incrementaban la posibilidad de poder ganar el partido. Sin embargo, no se dio y bueno, esos son algunos de los riesgos que uno se tiene que correr cuando hay partidos como esos tan seguidos.
Okay, Matt, we'll come to you for questions on Zoom.
Great. Jada, go ahead.
Thank you. Thanks, Brian, for the time. I wanted to ask, DeAndre was able to get over to you before kickoff, and you guys had an embrace. I wanted to see if you could share any of that. And then as far as the players not being upset about this, how much for the ones that do know him, how much does that kind of play into, them being discouraged at not being able to get this win?
Well, I think the players were discouraged. I think I said that, Jada. Maybe it didn't come clean or clear up above, but all the players in the locker room are upset that they couldn't, come out with a positive result tonight. And as far as DeAndre, it was just a quick hellos right before the game, but it was just a how's it going? Great. Let's chit chat after the game, and just friendly talk.
I guess what I mean is that is the being upset about this loss just plain simple upset about this loss, or is there also the rivalry or the back and forth with somebody that you do know coming back home, and then them also being able to get a win?
I think. Look, DeAndre has been gone for quite some time. Jada, they all, I don't know if any of those guys played with DeAndre. I don't think anybody. Steph. Okay, so Steph. So that's about it. So, no, Jada, to answer your question, I don't think anybody has a personal grudge or plays better because DeAndre's on the field. I think they just were disappointed in their own performance that we couldn't come together and, compete against the Miami team.
Felipe.
So, Coach Brian, my question to you is, there is always a risk when you use, or any coach uses an alternative lineup for the players to take a few minutes into the game to get organized, to get to know each other. So, in your opinion, how was the performance of the team, defensively speaking?
I thought the team was, look, they had one really clear chance, and they scored the one really clear, maybe a half chance here, a shot from outside the box. But other than that one breakdown, I was comfortable with the way we're defending. So, for me, it was more on the attacking side of the ball. How did we, that's always hardest, Felipe. You know, you can always destroy things, that's always easier, and how do you create things? So maybe the multiple changes in your attack, it doesn't flow quite as nice as you'd like it to. But I thought defensively we were okay. We just had one breakdown, and we'll get together with the team and we'll watch the film together and we'll learn and we'll push forward.
Thank you. That's it from Zoom. So take it away, Alex.
Take a couple more down here. Jeremiah, go ahead, and then we'll go to the back.
Just for clarity, Jordan and
JP.
Was that just rest, or is there something else there?
That's just rest.
Hi, Coach. I was going to ask about JP and the Brazilians, actually. What are your impression about Léo Xu games today?
He was okay. He was okay. I had a tough matchup. DeAndre's a good defender. There's still some work to be done with Leo, but there were some bright spots. You see he's a good dribbler. I like when he chases back and can steal the ball. We're working on his tactics, that he understands the tactics that we want. And yes, I mean, JP, he's a great player, and certainly we missed him, but there again, we are just being cautious, you know, because of the flight and the travel and the game on Wednesday.
Hugo.
Buenas noches, Coach.
Buenas noches.
La pregunta exclusiva para usted es, son riesgos calculados, tomó riesgos calculados. Este resultado hasta parecía lógico, podían perder. Lo importante es cómo se encuentra los mejores jugadores para enfrentar el más grande compromiso que tiene un equipo de la MLS como es Seattle Sounders, con la gran responsabilidad de ganar la Conca Champions por primera vez. ¿Afecta realmente el equipo o simplemente esto sirve para motivarlos más, esta derrota?
Coach, was this a calculated risk? You could think that it's even a logical result to have a loss today if you think about the prioritization that you could give to the CONCACAF final. How do you feel that this will protect your best players so you can be on the best position with a great responsibility that means to play that final game against your opponent in the CONCACAF Champions Final?
So what I would say is, you know, logical, maybe the translation didn't come across. It's not a logical result because, you know, again, I truly believe that the team that we put out was a strong team. I mean, again, Will Bruin, Freddie, Obed, Kellen, Javi, Stephen Cleveland. There's players that might be starters on other MLS teams. And so the result didn't go in our favor. And yes, there will be people that say, you know, why didn't we start Nico, Raul, Christian, Alex? There will be those people, but we have to make sure that we balance everything. Everything has to be in balance because yes, Pumas is an important game and there is responsibility and all of that for Champions League. But I'm telling you that we also have a game against San Jose coming up next, and that's the most important game. And so we're going to try and, again, come up with a game plan where we protect some of the players, but they need to be in rhythm. You cannot not play the team against San Jose because the team was undefeated in 7 games, and the group itself, because it's one team. It's not A team, B team, C team. It's one group, it's one team. And so my belief is that the group needs to sustain the momentum regardless of who plays, because that will give us the best chance in Champions League is if we continue to play well in our league's games, you know, tonight and against San Jose. That builds the momentum for the CONCACAF Champions League final. So we have to concentrate on San Jose first.
All right, I'll try. Sí, de repente esto no se tradujo bien cuando usamos la palabra lógica, pero sí no es necesariamente lógico que hayamos perdido el día de hoy. Ese no es el punto que nosotros tenemos que asumir. El equipo que pusimos Es un equipo perfectamente capaz de ganar este partido. Todos los jugadores que jugaron en el equipo de hoy día, en su conjunto, son un equipo que puede competir sin ningún problema con cualquier otro equipo de la MLS. Simplemente el resultado de hoy no se nos dio. Por lo tanto, es algo que tenemos que continuar trabajando. Porque lo más importante es tener balance al final de cuentas. Tenemos que tener balance entre lo que jugamos en la Liga, entre lo que jugamos en la Conca Champions. Y lo más importante que tener en cuenta también es que el siguiente partido no es el partido de la CONCACAF, es contra San José. Y el siguiente partido es el partido más importante. Y en ese momento ese partido es el partido contra San José. Y si bien queremos proteger ciertos jugadores, lo que es importante es que tenemos que tomar en cuenta el equipo como equipo completo. No hay un equipo A y un equipo B, es todo un equipo. Y todo ese equipo tiene que estar listo para jugar contra cualquier otro oponente y generar momento entre esos partidos, ya sean partidos de liga o partidos de otro tipo de competición. Competición es lo que realmente nos prepara mejor para poder estar bien en el partido de la final de la Conca Champions.
All right, we'll take one more. Mozzie, you still have one? Mike's coming for you.
Yeah. Brian, did you get the intensity you needed when you brought the, the later substitutions, the big guns, so to speak? Did you get the intensity you wanted to see?
Yeah, I mean, we're all over them. They barely got out of their half. I mean, they had a couple counterattacks, but I mean, we were in their half of the field. We again just didn't have the rhythm, the changes, the quality in that attacking half, which is again the hardest thing to do when you make multiple changes. We just didn't have enough of that.
And does that move the group like you're talking about when you can bring those guys in? You don't get the goal, but at least you're knocking on that door.
Look, last year, if my memory serves me correct, and you guys can verify this, I mean, we had a game in Austin where I think I started one guy, JP, you guys mentioned the Brazilians and a bunch of young kids, and Raul came on and scored a goal. We had a game against Dallas where I subbed on Nico and Raul in like the 65th, 8th,
Yeah.
I don't know. And we came and we got a result down there. That was the objective tonight, was to try and do the same thing, to try and keep that goal right before halftime came, again, not at the opportune moment, because right before halftime benefits them. Kind of took the wind out of our sails. Had we gotten in 0-0 at halftime and we make a couple changes, maybe that shifts the momentum. But then they were playing from the front because they had a 1-0 lead. So it didn't work tonight, but we're going to continue to keep doing what we always do, Maz. We're going to try and win every game. We're going to try and win every competition. We're going to need everybody. It's the next man up mantra. Unfortunately, it's pro sports, and you can't be successful all the time.